Question number 1. What is the one small thing that made you smile this week?
Taking the bus and seeing the scenery, fields with flowers on them because it's now spring, makes me smile because it just looks so pretty.
I think the sunshine. Not today, but the rest of the week it has been really nice and sunny.
I went river jumping with my friends. I think it's probably my parents or my girlfriend.
My parents as well.
Hang out with one of my best friends ever and seeing her after so long.
My dog. I get home and I get to see him every day, so just makes the day better, I guess.
Squirrels as well.
Very friendly around here. You can feed them food and they're just overall a really nice feature to this park.
Question number 2. Do you think British people are happier than the French?
Probably not.
Depends certain aspects.
No.
No.
Mood depends a lot on weather. If it's sunny, if we're in the right place, if we're in the right mood, I'd say we can be. But in total, I think maybe not. But it also depends where in France you are. Some places can get quite cloudy.
I think French people are happier, mainly because of the weather and the culture.
It's got more tourist attraction.
Eiffel Tower.
France is just a lot more happier place.
They have better weather, so no, I think they're probably a lot happier than we are.
We're both miserable, I think. Neither one of us are happy. If you've seen any British person walking down the street, they're not going to smile at you.
It can happen.
Can it?
And if happiness were a food or a flavour, what would yours taste like?
Donuts.
Donuts.
These, I like donuts quite a lot.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Chocolate just tastes good.
I'd probably say beer. Love beer.
Peach flavor is my favorite flavor ever.
A fruity flavor that is sweet but also a little sour, like tangy. A lot of fruits involved.
It sounds weird to say, but maybe lemons, they're associated with bitterness, but in my opinion, they're still fresh and light and they're very summery and nice.
Pink lemonade. It's bittersweet. It's a bit of both.
Bitter and sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
That makes so much sense.
Number 4. Would you rather be rich and grumpy or poor and laughing every day?
I'd rather be poor and laughing every day.
Probably poor and laughing.
Poor and laughing every day, obviously.
Because if you're rich and grumpy, money doesn't mean anything.
I think happiness is more important than money.
I'd rather be poor and laugh every day because when I was a kid, I wanted to be rich, like pretty much everyone. But my mom always used to tell me, when you grow up, you'll start to realize that you're going to enjoy things more if you wait for them, more than if I was to get them right now.
Rich and grumpy, because I'm already grumpy, so I just need the rich part now.
Everybody said poor and laughing every day.
No, they're lying. They're lying. Everyone wants to be rich.
Rich and grumpy.
Yeah, rich and grumpy.
Poor and happy, like happy person.
There's always that one, isn't there?
No, rich and grumpy then, rich and grumpy.
Number 5. What's one thing you used to think would make you happy but didn't?
Money. As I've gotten a bit older, I feel like I need to rely less on money and more on just being spontaneous, having fun, and making the people that care in my life have a nice time.
Being famous. I'm not famous, that's suggesting that I am, but I'm not. It's just I thought it would, but then you hear all those horror stories from Hollywood and you change your aspect on it. My viewpoint on it has changed dramatically over the years. I think I've gotten quite fortunate in that I didn't try to pursue that.
I used to live here and then we moved out. I thought I was going to be happy there because bigger city, more opportunities, meeting new people, but I was really wrong about everything. I never realized how much I missed this town.
Going to secondary school, I thought it was going to be a really fun move, but it wasn't. But then I went to college, so then it's good.
Number 6. Do you think happiness is something you find or something you make?
I think happiness is something you find in certain people.
Something you make.
You can make happiness,
But it's unexpected.
it never feels as good as the one that you find.
You just have to put yourself out there to try in order to find some amazing people, friends you're going to enjoy, spend time with, even relationships.
I think a bit of both.
I think it's a bit of both.
Because sometimes some people get really lucky and just find some really nice people. But then obviously to have your dream job or have your dream apartment, you need to make that. You can't just magically get it.
Obviously, you have got to try and make happiness in your life happen because you can't always rely on things happening. But other times, happiness is circumstantial. Sometimes it just happens, you get lucky, and others aren't so lucky. So they've got to make it happen a bit more. They've got to work harder for it. That's just how it is.
You can find happiness in others, but you need to also learn to make your own happiness because you're not going to be constantly with people. So it's nice if you can make happiness, but it's also nice if you can find it.
And if you could replicate one happiness habit from someone else, whose would it be and what is it?
My mum, because she's just always happy.
I'd say my dad's because he's usually quite optimistic and he always has a solution for any problem.
My brother, because he does MotoGP and I find it really cool.
My friends.
My best friend, both of us are really into music.
I just see a lot of people sewing, like making new clothes or just like adjusting their clothes to their liking. I just really like that. It's very creative. I would like to do more creative things. I was into art for a bit. I need to start doing that again.
Probably this guy here, Nathan. I look up to him a lot and he's always happy and I want to be always happy like him.
I know a few people like that. Friends, family, co-workers. Sometimes they'll see something happening and instead of thinking about it in a negative way, they try and turn it into a positive thing. So they try and have a glass half full kind of look on it. And I'm very much not that. I see things glass half empty. So sometimes I just like to be able to take on their positive viewpoints.
An old person who's had a really good, happy life. I'd love to be like that one day.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
And last question, would you consider yourself as joyful and why?
Yeah, I would.
Yes.
It depends on certain days, school days, weekends. But in total, I think, yeah, quite a happy person just because I like it.
I quite like life.
Quite joyful because I've got a good life. I think we both have.
Yeah.
We're quite lucky people.
Live in England.
Mm.
I'd say I'm a pretty joyful person sometimes, but obviously...
Not as joyful as the French.
No.
I already know the answer, but go on.
Yeah, you already know the answer. No. I don't know why. I think sometimes people's past can still affect their future and sometimes it's just born into people, which is sad and maybe they should do something about that, but sometimes it's not that easy.
Yes, I'm full of life.
Joyful. I like to make the best out of every situation. And as long as I'm near someone who I'm at least a bit comfortable with or I know, I don't mind what situation I'm in.
Obviously, I think with most people, you can't be joyful all the time, but at the same time, I'd say I'm a lot more happy than most people.
Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Also, please take a look at the videos at the top of the screen. I highly recommend them. Au revoir for now, but not goodbye.